Studios here in Baltimore, Maryland. You know, 2018, and we still are dealing with the racial, just the racially motivated murders, killings at the hands of the police, at the hands of civilians, just all kind of stuff going on. 2018. And that's where we are. We talk about President Trump and the Russia investigation and, things going on in entertainment, Kanye West and this type of stuff. But stories like this, it really troubles me that they don't get the attention that they deserve. The killing of two black men, Oklahoma men, by a group of white people, it sparks outrage. It has sparked some outrage, but it has got little to no national media attention. And why is that? Why is it that these 21-year-old men can be killed in the way that they were and it not even, it not even show up on the pulse of the nation? Why is that? Why don't they want to talk about these type of things? The brutal death of these two young men is these guys were missing for several days. These two young black men missing. Both men's bodies were found dismembered in water not far from where they were killed. As I said, 21 years old. Now, Alize Ramon Smith and Jerron Keontae Moreland were last seen alive almost a month ago. And the two arranged to meet to sell a firearm that Moreland had posted on Craigslist. And they were actually to sell it to their attackers, who were in Moore, Oklahoma. So the two men met the white buyers in a supermarket, and the three white supremacists, suspects. I'll call them suspects. All right, the three white suspects told police that they met Smith and Moreland. The two went to the back seat of their van, and the white suspects heard what they said was the click of a gun, and they believed that the two were about to shoot them. So what you're trying to tell me is these three white guys are trying to use the police excuse that they were in fear for their lives? Is that what we're doing? Witnesses say that they saw the white men open fire on Smith and Moreland. The white suspects, Kevin Garcia, Jonathan Shane Barker, and Garcia's 16-year-old brother, then took the bodies, allegedly dismembered them, and threw them in a pond near their home. All right. Threw them in a pond near their home. Now, more information about the online activity of one of the suspects was recovered this week. And news broke Wednesday that on the Facebook page of Garcia, a friend commented, "Sup, little nigga," on a photo, and on another, "Too turnt, my nigga." That's what it was said on his social media. Now, both Smith and Moreland's families reported that the boys were missing 4 days before their bodies turned up. Police say the bodies were recovered. They had been stripped, and clothing, all the clothing was gone off of the two. All the clothing gone, and it's sad when you see situations like this take place, because we talk about so much stuff. We talk about like I said, Kanye all the time. We talk about Kanye all the time. Talk about Trump all the time. Talk about Beyonce all the time. But two men dismembered in this way, killed in this fashion, and it doesn't even get mentioned. Why is that? Why is that? That's the question that I have. So let's go a little bit further into this. So the white suspects are facing several charges, including first and second degree murder, desecration of a human corpse, and the illegal possession of a firearm. Court documents say that when the detectives went to the home of the suspect, they saw cleaning products, dried blood in the vehicle, a chainsaw, and jigsaw blades. So this is like some crazy movie shit, right? They dismembered the bodies with a chainsaw? Like that's what we doing right now? All right, so the mother of one of the suspects, she's also been arrested and charged as an accessory. Because ain't shit going down in the mother's house that she don't know about, right? The bodies were initially taken to her house and bond for all the suspects about $3 to $5 million. That's where we are. These guys were abducted from a grocery store parking lot, then shot and killed, stripped naked, burned clothes, took them to the pond, tied their bodies, dismembered them with cinder blocks, all that kind of stuff. So I'm anxious to see what happens in this case. I'm anxious to see whether or not these pieces of trash go down the way that they are supposed to. Now, the thing that is really troubling to me is that this is an act that was motivated by race. If these guys had been white guys that were selling the gun, they wouldn't have happened. They probably would have bought the gun. But these guys did this definitely on some race shit. And that's right now what they're trying to fight now. Someone is saying that in the report, we definitely are exploring that. The evidence absolutely shows this was not racially motivated. Then how was it motivated? What was the motivation for the killing? Both men killed in this fashion. So the mother is suspecting, one of the victims, suspecting that they plan to torture them. When it first happened, I told the detective that if my son does not call me by a certain time, my son is hurt or he is dead. And she said it's like her whole world crumbled. So I definitely wanted to bring that up and mention this because, as I said, so often we don't talk about the real shit, right? We talk about the entertaining, the sexy shit, but we don't talk enough about the real shit that is affecting the community. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Dom K Show, at RadioOnFire.